Hello and welcome to Money on the Floor Currency Trader. Right now, I'm playing with robots and I'm trying to find a way to start out with as small amount as possible and come out with a large amount at the end. And this is a crazy robot that I kind of developed. It's basically using our system, and it's a hedging robot that at break even it starts running the trades, except I'm not using a stop loss. But because of that, you can get some big drawdowns. Like we had, this here was the largest one. We still had $1,000 to go still. So you need to test it before you run it and make sure that you got plenty of money in the account so that doesn't happen because it will throw away your account if it hits the bottom. You can't let it hit the bottom. So you got to test it ahead of time, find out where you're at. That's what I'm doing. So this account I started with was, see if I can get come up there, was a $2,000 account, and I ran it and it got up to I think $6,078. Started with 2,000. Now that took a year, so I mean that was 1 year's time to do that. But now at that time, and you can start if you have 3,000 or 4,000, you can start with a higher amount, but that's trying to get as cheap as possible. 1 year running all the way through, end up with about $6,078. Now, if you take the 6,000, put it in this account, and let it run for a year, this one's already over $23,000. So the goal is to come out with enough money to be able to sustain life, sustain yourself, help. I mean, $23,000 would help me a lot. I know this thing's not done yet, so I'm sure it'll make 20 grand clear. But this doesn't have to be the only one. This could be one of two or three. But for anybody, having $20,000 is going to make a big difference to their life. So that's what I'm trying to come up with, or even a $2,000 investment and letting it run, and then having 6,000 at the end. That's a great thing too. So, but it's not a lot of money. But this thing doesn't take any time. Yes, you're going to have to get a server where you can let it run on there full time because you need to let this thing run 24/7. But it's no maintenance. You can check it if you want, but it's best you don't mess with it and let it run and make its money. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to put a lot into it, but it's pretty awesome. And normally you trade, you win, you lose, win, you lose, and you can still be trading too. So you can be a full-time trader and still have this running. And as you get up to some extra money, put it in there and let this run. And that's what my plans are to do. I'd like to have two or three of them running. So on virtual servers and just keep having this coming in and plus my trading. This will really help me. So I mean, it's going to change my life. It's going to change my family's life. I think it's going to change Robert's life. So I've talked to him a little bit about it, and this is still new to him. I don't think he quite understands it all yet, but I will. I know I talked to him, and he seemed pretty excited about it, but he was in the middle of setting tile and working hard and couldn't put a lot into it. But he's done setting tile. He says he doesn't wants to work this hard again. So, and that I understand. We're about the same age, and I kind of feel we already did our crazy time. So every once in a while, I do some crazy stuff, but I'm trying to back off and enjoy life a little bit more. So what I'm hoping is this robot will give somebody like me or Robert or anybody else who wants it a way to make a passive income and not have to worry about it. That's all. That's all it's about. You don't even have to worry. Let it run. Just make sure it's running. That's all. So sounds good to me. I just wanted to pass this on to you. I wanted to show it off. I'm very excited. We do have robots out. So we have robots that are running for our system that have a confirmation. A little window comes up and asks if you want to take the trade. You can actually verify the trade, make it, because sometimes the robot will try to take a trade into support or resistance, and you're like, I want to wait till it crosses that because this is a triangle and it might go right back down, which most of the time it does. Or it crosses it, comes back, retests it, and takes off. Then you can enter the trade. Or we have the other robot, which it'll run for you too, but nothing's as safe as this robot right here. So I'm very excited. I don't know how I found this or how I run into it, but it's no different than our other. It's just a hedging and a break even robot. So I mean, it's using our system. So it works best on the 1 minute chart. Crazy, huh? It's just going to town. Right now, I think it's below all the trades that it's put. It's trying to get back up there. So there she goes climbing again. But I'm super excited just to be able to make extra money while I'm trading and doing everything. I think is a great thing. And I think a lot of people this could help them out. So right now the robots are for sale, and it's for all the robots. And right now it's for $250. It seems like a little bit steep, but soon they're going to go to 500. And then after that, I'm not going to sell them. I just think that I'm going to be. I don't want everybody to have this. I only want the chosen few that are following me, that have kept me going, and I've kept them going. And I just want to try to give back to the few that were always there for me. So there goes our robot jumping into profit up here almost. It's attacking. It's wanting to make more money, I think. There it goes. It's on the attack. So anyway, the robots are for sale. They're on the website. So if you're into robots or never ever or was thinking about having an income where you didn't have to fuss with it, or you don't want to trade, the robot's what you want. Believe me, this thing is just going. This is a whole year's worth of time. I think it's almost done. Yeah, it's still got a little bit more to go, but it's almost there. But this thing's just not straight up, but it's steady go. It looks like one, two, three. The three that's the only drawdown I'm worried about. So I think 6,000 is a little bit much, a little bit less. I think I would have done less positions. I think this thing had quite a lot of positions on it. So thought it was going to climb up, and we can see him. Yes, there's a lot of positions. But it's trying to go up there and clear them out again. That's what it does. It just goes back and forth. Now it buys and sells. So it's pretty neat. The thing's pretty awesome to watch. It's almost hypnotizing. I was watching earlier, just closing out all the positions at one time, which is like, wow. It was pretty crazy. So just it's a super passive income. That's what I like. Just running in the background. You could still be working, doing what you're doing, and then having an extra $20,000 coming at the end of the year. And you don't have to take all of it. So this thing here is going to be 23, probably 25,000 when it's all said and done. So what if you took the 19,000 or 18,000 out and just let it go again for next year? Or you did the whole thing, or did half of it and add a little more to, or did two of them. I don't know. I don't know so much you could do. It's a little bit overwhelming for me. I mean, just to have something that could make you 20 grand, and nice to hear other families they say, oh yeah, my parents gave me an extra 20,000 this year. I was like, wow, that must be nice. I can't imagine. So maybe with this, I will be able to manage it. So maybe I can do this and trade and be able to get my truck that I want now. So we'll see. Maybe I can get a couple of these accounts going, three of them, maybe four of them, four $2,000 accounts. So it'd be two, four, six, $8,000, and then I can walk away with what would that be? Six times by the end of the year. So actually, it would be 6, 12, 24,000. So that would just be a good down payment for a truck. Then if I waited the 2 years and put that 24,000 and reinvested that at 6,000 a piece, wow, then I can get the $80,000 truck or whatever I want by then. I don't know. So it's worth the wait. But the more you put in it, the more you can make with it. So I was just trying to find the cheapest way because it's hard to come up with a big chunk of money. I couldn't come up with $6,000, but I think I could scrape 2,000, or I could even put 1,000 in and just do half the size of what we're putting in. We started with, but then you're only going to walk away with 3,000 at the end. But hey, anything's a start. After a year letting this thing run, I'd be happy with anything it gave me. Some people trade all their life and never make a penny, so they're negative. And that's the way trading is, I guess. But almost made it up there. Just trying to get back up there. It'll never hit the stop loss. It always clears them out ahead of time. But right now it just goes along. But you can see what it's been doing, just going climbing, climbing. I mean, even right now it's not showing it in a big drawdown, and it's a little ways underneath all the trades. So it just goes back and forth. Down here it was probably pretty low when it did this one. That was not even that much. That's what is that? Maybe $800, $1,000. This one here was a big drawdown. So it's the only thing you just got to make sure you test it before you use it and check your broker and run it through it. And I'd show you how to do all that stuff. So not a problem. We can get together on a message deal and interact, and I can show you how to do it, help you. I'm just here to make money, and I want you guys to make money too. That's all. So anyway, guys, have a great day. We'll talk to you later, and stay out of trouble, and let's get a robot going. Okay, bye bye.